Tuesday toppers, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? Good, I hope. I left you a little bit of a pause there so you could reply. Anyway, in today's video, we are doing the breaking even challenge. Now, last time on the breaking even challenge, I believe we shot 1 over through 9. Now, today we are trying to break even or actually go even. I mean, it's called breaking even, so we should probably try and break even. So that's the goal today. Break even around the front 9 at Sheerness. Now, there is a slight problem. It's a little bit windy today, but it also looks like it could rain. It's also very pretty as well, but it does look like it could rain. But the other good thing about today is that the wind is kind of in the same position it was last time. It's slightly into off the right up the first. So should we just get straight into the video? That's not bad. That'll do. That'll do for the tee shot. So now obviously the goal of today is to break even. So we've got off to a really positive start with a drive that's actually split the fairway. We've left ourselves probably a flick of a gap wedge. So we are in position A. Position A, numero uno. We're in a good position, all right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Another thing to notice is the fairways have been verticut. I believe that's verticut. So we've got lines down the fairways, but one thing we don't do down here is ever question what the greenskeeper's doing, because they do a phenomenal, a phenomenal job. Hello, mate. It's the fans. So we've got a flick of a wedge in here. We want to be slightly right of the flag because missing the green left is not good at all. So we've got the gap wedge out. We're going to allow ourselves to commit to this, try and knock it under the wind a bit and see what happens. It's a good golf shot. It's a good golf shot if it's the right number. Oh my God, we've hit it stone dead. Stone dead, baby. Look at this shot. Pitch mark is there, flag is there, ball is there. That's got to be a tap-in birdie. And I'll repair that pitch mark in 2 seconds. Let's have a quick read. Like, shouldn't really miss this. But again, we are playing for score, so we have to be serious. Let's line it up. Nice and controlled. Birdie start. Nice. Good birdie to start. Good birdie. Great birdie, actually. What am I saying? Great birdie. Da, 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 da. We do the birdie dance on the first hole. So we are already 1 deep and I can just feel the game coming together. I really can. It's quite weird. I've been playing a lot more golf. I've been playing in the evenings, but I can slowly start to feel the cogs turning. You know, they're getting a bit more oiled up. It's like the old Joe Creasey's back, you know. I'm going to start puffing my chest out when I play, walking down with a bit of swagger. But anyway, it's only the first hole. But you know the saying, you can't birdie them all if you can't birdie the first. And we birdied the first, but we are on to the second. Now the second hole at Sheerness is relatively straightforward. The only thing we have to miss out for is the bunker just up there. Ideally not stick it in the rough, but again, pretty much a little bit downwind now. Let's get the driver out and leave ourselves another wedge. So my key point here is to keep it up the right. We should never really struggle with that bunker. So we're going to keep it up the right and let it fly. Okay, here we go. And I've really pulled it. Holy moly, what was that, Joe? Well, I mean, left rough's not terrible. That was a really poor drive, especially after the first drive I hit. So I don't really know what went on there. It'll be interesting to look at the footage again when we get back. That is something I'm very lucky. When I do these videos, I get to look back at footage and just see what I think's right and also what's wrong in my golf swing. So it's quite interesting, but hopefully we go up there and we find it. I'd hate to lose it because that would kind of put a big halt on the challenge. We found the ball in some quite thick rough, but we haven't got too far to go to the green. Now the pin is actually right up the back, so the last thing I want to do is go long. We've got about 130 to the front, So I'm just going to hit a very, very small 8 in there. Actually, we've got about 140, sorry. You're going to hit a very, very small 8 in there and just not go long, okay? This is about score, remember. This is not about the fancy shots, this is about score. Sit. Sit, wind. Oh my God, we've caught a flyer and it's gone so far long. So we've actually got mega, mega, mega unlucky there. We hit a relatively good shot and it was actually about pin eye. So it pitched about pin eye and it probably would have stopped, maybe just trickled off the back at worst. But look at this. I actually pitched on the drain, so the sprinkler, and it's ended up over here, way onto the 15th. So now, if we actually walk up to this ball, this is the chip I've now got. Not a bad lie actually, but I've got a chip back to the hole there. What I really want to do here, I've got the 58. Now I don't need that much loft, but I just want to pitch it just on the fringe and let it release, maybe with a little bit of spin, a little bit of control. So I'm just going to plonk it in the back of the stance, really just try and commit and hit a nice golf shot, okay? But here we go. That's a lovely stroke. Spin. Oh my God, that's sit. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. We've got about 10 foot for our par. Now, the reason I wasn't unhappy with that chip is my chipping's been pretty bad. We speak about it all the time, but it's actually the right shot. So I'm gonna hit this one on the right edge of the cup and try and save par. Good stroke on it. Good stroke. It was good, just not enough. Poor second shots left me to a bogey there. Ah. There we go, we take a bogey. Bloody hell. Not exactly how we really wanted to follow up the birdie on the first, which was world class. To be fair, the second shot was really good, got a bit unlucky, and I probably caught a bit of a flyer. So should have taken that into account, but you make mistakes, you learn. Maybe I won't do it the next time. So we're on to the par 3 third now. Very tricky hole, straight into the wind. It's literally 172 into the wind. You don't want to go long, you just want to hit centre of the green here. We're going to try and take the 4 here, because it is a long way. We're just going to try and fade one in there slightly and see what we can do here, because I don't want to hit it too long, but we shall see, huh? Taken well too much off it. Gonna leave myself another chip and I'm gonna be short. The only positive is I've got the full green to work with, but not really a positive. We should probably just go back to the start clip where I said that, you know, I can feel it, the cogs are getting oiled and all that stuff, because at the moment, the cogs ain't feeling oiled. They're feeling a bit rusty, a bit clickety-clankety. So yeah, we've got to sort this out because we've got some tricky holes coming up. And I don't really want to be dropping shots, I want to be gaining shots before the tricky holes. So, up and down here, let's see what we can do. So, what looks to be a straightforward shot is actually not that straightforward. I've got to go up 2 tiers, and then once I get it to the top tier, I've just got to let it trickle out slowly, because if it's too much, it's going to go long. So we've got the 53 degree. We're going to try and land it probably 25% of the way, let it roll up, take the speed out of it. Oh, it's flicky. Sit. Okay, we've hit a perfect chip. A little bit pulley, a little bit flicky, but it's pretty good. So here you can see where the ball is. It's very, very close, inside a putter's length. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Inside a putter's length. So let's tap it in for the par and get off this hole. Again, no, we are playing for score, so we mark everything. We give everything the same time and precaution, because every putt matters, every shot counts. Nice. A little bit pushy, but we still hold it. So as we walk off the third, we are level par. We've had a birdie bogey par start, but we've actually hit pretty good chip shots, which I'm very, very happy with. So that puts me in a good position. Now, we've just got to tidy up the rest of the game and we should be good, but we are moving on to the second hardest hole on the golf course. So the 4th hole at Sheerness is 410 yards off the whites / the blacks. Now obviously the aim on this hole for me is to smack it over the ditch. So how do I commit to this shot? So basically what I do, I stand up here and I don't try and give it too much. All I try and do is make sure I just commit to the shot. So here we go. Commit, and we're good to go over. I've given it a whack. Is it enough to get it over? And we're over, lads. So before we go any further, I'm going to plug my socials and everything because I really want to grow this channel and I'm really enjoying it. So on the screen now, you will see all my socials and I post daily content everywhere. And obviously all my YouTube and stuff, so make sure you subscribe while you're here. But anyway, isn't it funny how like soon as you get into a serious golf mode, that I'm not laughing, I'm not joking as much because I'm really more focused. How much does this affect the content for you? Do you like seeing the serious side of me? Do you like understanding what's going through my head, what I'm trying to do while I'm hitting these shots and what my thought process is? Because it is different. It's completely different to the challenges. So I'd like to know your thoughts on it because I've always struggled a little bit with the serious side of the game because it then puts a lot of pressure on me. All of a sudden I feel quite tense, feel a little bit robotic, but let me know what you think, okay? So we've actually got a little bit lucky here. The ball's obviously pitched into the bank, which is why I see it bounce up in the air. But we're over by the skin of our teeth, and this is what we've got left. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take the 7-iron. We've got about 150. I'm really nervous about if this camera's going to stay on the old hole because it's actually resting into the water, like it's resting on the bank. So I'm trying to hit this one pretty quick. Here we go. Oh, I've missed the green again. Missed the green again to the right. Up and out of it. So the ball has landed here, pin eye right, perfect club, and it was the perfect miss because if you miss the green left here, you've got no chance of getting it up and down. The chip will be too hard. So not a bad shot by us here, okay? So we're gonna get a wedge out and knock it on. Okay, so we've got the 53 again. A lot like the last hole. We're gonna chip it up there, let it run out. We're gonna land it about 50%, 20%, no, 25% we're gonna land it just over the uphill, let it run right to left and go from there. Okay. Gosh, man, I could snap my wedges. I get so handsy. So, we've got a tricky putt to save us par. Come on. Let's have a good read on it. It's going to go right to left, and then as we get to the hole, it's going to go a little bit left to right. So pick a spot and commit to it. Hole hasn't been played very well, so come on. I want to go just over that. Here we go. That's a beautiful roll. It could. Oh! Just slid past. Very good putt from me though. Very good putt. This for bogey. Okay, we'll take the bogey. We kind of deserve the bogey. Bogey on the second hardest hole on the golf course. After driving it over, we got lucky with driving it over and then couldn't convert on our luck. So as good and as bad as it was, it's not a very good bogey. I mean, the issue for me, or the worrying thing I would be thinking about right now, is I haven't hit any good shots apart from the first hole and maybe a second shot on the second. But apart from that, I haven't really hit a good golf shot. So it's time to just commit, get a couple of good shots under my belt and then see what we can do there. But we are 1 over through 4. So the 5th hole, relatively easy par 5. Again, we just want to smack the driver up there. So we're going to tee it down. I teed it down a little bit this time. Here we go. It's pulling again. Why am I pulling it? So this is where I've got to calm down. I've got to try and just take it in my stride. Like, I'm not hitting the ball great and we can't hit the golf ball good all the time. So how can I just get it round? I've got to kind of plod my way around. Maybe it's time to put the driver away and pull out some other shots. So let's get up there, find our ball, try and make birdie on this relatively easy par 5 and move on. Come on, we can do this. We just got to stay calm, level-headed, level-headed. The golf ball's found not in the best spot, but we can get it there, we can. So what we're gonna do here is, the lie's not great, but I'm taking the rescue to try and just get it up there as close as I can to the green, and it should come out. Oh, we pulled it. Oh no. It's getting ugly, isn't it, people? It's getting ugly. Oh, the round of golf is getting ugly. Here we go. We've left ourselves a very tricky shot. We was pin eye, but now we've got to go over the trees. The only thing that's in our favour is it's into the wind. So, what I'm going to attempt to do is take the 58 and just hit a nice pitch shot over there, land it on the green and take our medicine. So here we go. Be good. Yeah, it's a great chip shot, phenomenal. We have hit an absolute peach of a chip shot there. We've actually got a chance at making birdie on this hole and getting back to level for the tournament. So this is what we've left ourselves. As you can see, pretty straightforward putt. Should just be inside right edge and we should be good. Again though, like we said, every shot requires the same amount of discipline. Come on. Let's go. Good birdie. A lucky birdie, but a good one nonetheless. So that is golf down to a tee, isn't it? Down to a tee? See what I've done there? Hey, that is actually golf down to a tee. You don't hit any good shots apart from the chip, and then you left yourself a relatively simple putt. So after 5 holes, we've gone birdie, bogey, par, bogey, birdie. It's an absolute fiesta of scorecard numbers here. But we're on to the 6th hole. Now we've got a really important decision to make. The 6th hole will only be in 324 yards, but it does have 2 bunkers that split the fairway there. Now, do we take the driver? I mean, we've been hitting everything left, so it should be pretty safe. Or do we take the 3-wood or rescue or lay it even further back? It's a very, very tricky situation. So we are going to take driver. I know it sounds silly and you're going to go, Joe, why are you taking driver? But I have like this ego thing where I need to check myself. So here we go. Still pulled it though. Like, it's a good drive, but I've still pulled it. I mean, it's miles up there, but I've still pulled it. Anyway, let's not focus on the bad shots, shall we? Let's focus on what we've got at hand. We're up the fairway. We're going to be relatively close to the green. So, we're in a good position, all right? Let's worry about the pull shots when we're on the range. Remember, the range and the golf course are 2 separate places, and sometimes I am the worst person at remembering that, and I'll be out on the golf course, I'll be trying to fix swing forks, I'm very mechanical, so sometimes I need to remember that I'm not on the range, I've just got to get the ball in the hole in as least amount of shots as possible. And if that means duffing it up the left and knowing that I'm hitting it left all day, aim a little bit further right, or, you know, making allowances for it, that's what I've got to do to get it around the golf course. So we're up the fairway. This is all we've got left. We've literally got a flick. But the only issue with this is this green has always been really fast. So we've got to try and bounce it short and run it up there, I think. I don't know if I can hold the green. Kind of like a chunk and run. We're going to try and chunk it up there. 1 bounce left of the flag and then let it release to the right. So here we go. Just a wee bit too short. Really bad shot for me, actually, really bad. So I just pitched it way too far short. Now we've got we're not even on the green. So anyway, this for birdie. Let's see what we can do. So we're gonna hit it up the left. Just give it a nice roll. Up the left, give it a nice roll. You know, it's not one of these putts you really expect to make, but it would be nice to make. Go on, go on, go on. Oof. Great putt by me, great putt. Tap this in for a par, get off the hole. One more hole, checked off the list. Yeah, it's wet in the cup. Must have rained. So we got away with that hole really. Well, not got away, maybe we did get away with it, who knows. But anyway, level par through 6, moving on to the 7th. Now we've got to just man up, commit to a big drive, send it over the ditch and just commit, all right? 7th hole at Sheerness. Fine, finally. One that's got semi-straight. Yep, all good. So I believe I now know what was going wrong with my golf swing. Maybe. I could potentially be wrong though. So I think what I was doing, I was actually hanging way back on my right hand side, trying to get the ball some extra distance. You know, with a driver you want to kind of stay behind it. And I think with that I'm flapping my hands to the left because the ball's going straight left. It's not like hooking or fading, it's just straight left. So it must be a square club face, but just with a pull motion. But anyway, let's get on to the next shot. We have made it over the ditch here and we have a pretty straightforward shot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the pitching wedge out here and we're just gonna commit to a nice full pitching wedge, okay? Nice full pitching wedge, here we go. Yeah, nice. Did a good shot there. Good shot, about pin eye, 15 foot right. Well, I thought it was a good shot. Well, actually, that's a lie. It was a good shot. I just misjudged it, okay? Let me explain. So my ball was finished off the green, but it actually pitched, let me show you. I've just repaired the pitch mark. It actually pitched just about here. Oh, wait, I actually haven't fully repaired it, but you can see it there. So I've actually spun it back about 15 foot to here and actually left myself off the green. But we've still got this for birdie and it's makeable. So, this is a makeable putt. Now, usually you can chip these, but I try not to. Because my chipping is not great at the moment and I'm not that confident, I go for the putting route. So, here we go, good chance here. Great stroke, very good stroke. No, just short. Woo-wee! We're tapping in for the par though. Par it is, and that's another hole off the list. We almost made the birdie, didn't we? So we are level standing on the 8th tee, a very tricky par 3. It's time to man up again and just commit to a good shot. Let's get it. So it's time to commit to that shot. I'm going to aim straight down the flag, let the wind take it if it needs to, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Oh, please hit it, wind, please. Back of the green. Back of the green, good shot, but I was nervous for a minute. So I actually believe that's the trickiest shot that we would have had left out of the way. So that's filled me with a lot of confidence. I might slightly be off the back. Holy moly, this camera's wobbly. But we've actually hit a very good shot there. I mean, I pushed it a little bit further right, but I did take more than enough club to get over the water, even though I was still a little bit scared. So let's get on, get off this hole and attack the par 5 9th. But before we think about attacking that, we need to get this hole over and done with and be sensible and calm and get the par or birdie. So this is what we've left ourselves. You can just see the ball in the top of the screen there. We've got a pretty lengthy putt, but a putt nonetheless, and we didn't go in the agua. So here we have it, lads. We could chip this, but we haven't got much grass to go with, so I'm just going to hit the putt and see what we can do. Right edge, here we go. It's pretty firm, simmer, 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 simmer. Great putt from us, great putt. Let's just tap this in for par and be on our way, shall we? In for par, 1 hole left, baby. It's time to break even. Let's go. Par 5, come on. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is our chance. Par 5 9th to finish up. Relatively good chance at birdie on the last hole. So we just got to stay composed, get a good drive up there, not put ourselves in trouble, and then attack, attack, attack. We can do this. Come on. Come on in. Come on, Joe. Big smack up the right. Here we go. And I've hit the best drive of the day. Oh, come on. That's massive as well. Pumped. Come on. Right at the end of the day, we finally nutted one. And I think it was the chance to commit. I said to myself, keep my feet planted, move forward with the golf club. And I tell you what, absolutely nutted it. So let's keep this momentum going. See if we can hit the green in 2, and let's break even. Come on, breaking par, easy, come on. I mean, I don't want to be over dramatic, but I've hit this drive about 340, so it must have taken a nice kick. But this is where my ball is. That's where the flag is, just over there. And the drive was way back in them trees. So we can easily make it to the green here. So I'm going to take 6 iron, and we're going to get it on. And worst comes to worst, we're a little bit short. Like, short of this green is fine, long of it is not okay. So 6 iron will be good. We've got about 190. Come on, commit. So 6 iron, lads, we've got the 6 iron. I'm feeling pretty pumped, I'm not going to lie. Come on. Here we go. It's straight down the flag, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's kicked a little bit right. It's kicked a tiny bit right. Please be safe. This is a golden opportunity. We had the perfect club. The perfect club. It just kicked a little right, so we're just off the right-hand side of the green. But now we have a relatively simple chip up the slope. So let's get the 53 out and chip it close. Getting quite dark now, and as the darkness sets in on a beautiful evening, can we get up and down to shed some light on my golf game? We're going to chip this on, hit it up the right hand side slightly, let it come back down, but commit. Come on. Here we go, lads. This moment will define us. Here we go. Simmer. It's run a little long, but it was a good committed chip. I'll take that, I'll take that. And this is it. This is what it boils down to. 9 holes of golf comes down to a 6-foot putt across the green for birdie. Let's do this. It's time to man up. This is where men become boys. Here we go. Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Come on, it feels good to break par again. Come on! Oh, yes, that feels good. Feels good! Let's go, everyone. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, everyone. It took... I can't explain to you how good it feels to shoot a round that's... I'm exhausted, ecstatic, sad. Oh, mate, I'm everything in one. I don't even know how to explain it. It just feels so cool. It feels good to shoot under par again. A standard gross round. There were some ups, there were some downs, there was a lot of luck. Just feels good. Just feels good. Whew. But anyway, that's where the video is going to end. We will start the breaking par episode on the back 9 now. So we're going to attempt the back 9 next. It is a lot harder. So I'm actually quite emotional. That feels good. So thank you all for tuning in. You guys have been amazing. Guys and girls, been smashing the subs, just enjoying the videos, and that is good for me. Thank you. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, turn the notification bell on, and tune in next week for more episodes, all right? You know, all my socials will be there. I'm lost for words, which doesn't really happen that much. You know, and it's not the best score in the world, but stay chopping, people.